All right, back with Alan here as we continue. The Knicks blowing out the Bulls to get to 50 wins on the season, 136-96. So 4 games left. At Atlanta Monday, Boston, Toronto next Thursday, Friday, and then the Knicks wrap it up a week from Sunday against Charlotte.
Yeah. Now, you don't know because of the standings.
Tight, very fluid situation.
They are. For Atlanta, game matters. All right? Matters for you, matters for Atlanta.
Toronto's going to matter.
Toronto might for them, yes. For you, might not. Boston might not matter to them.
It's 2.5 right now. Now the Knicks do have the tiebreaker.
Detroit clinched first tonight, right?
I don't know. I'm
with
not
a win.
Sure.
They clinched first, I believe, with a win. So for Boston, doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? So a lot of times we look at these games ahead and go, oh, these are important games.
Well, Boston wants to lock up second.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
They're almost virtually there. By the time we get to Friday's game.
Right. They're up 2.5 basically with 4 to go.
That's what I mean. Like they might not need that game, might not be important to them. And it doesn't mean anything when it comes to season series. It doesn't mean anything tiebreakers or any of that stuff. So that's why, like, we look at it and think this is going to be a tough schedule, but you never know how games are going to end up. The Charlotte game might not mean anything either. You don't know by the time you get to the end of the season because they might be already locked into a play-in. They're working their way, still within striking distance of being a top 6 team. Toronto, and Sixers, like, those are teams.
The Sixers on the tiebreaker over the Raptors.
But here's where
Raptors going to win tonight.
Here's where you start playing the game of if you're locked into 3. Right? If you are, which you...
What do you think about a Knicks-Philadelphia potential first-round matchup?
Be a lot of fun. You know that.
That would be electric,
Philly,
right?
They've already played each other a couple of years ago. There's something built in already. They look a lot different with Paul George. When he's healthy,
he's healthy now and rested because he missed so much time.
That's correct. And then VJ Edgecombe, the rookie, the element he brings of speed that Maxey has. Yeah, that's a fun series. Nick Nurse, he always pulls out every trick he can possibly pull out when he tries to stop Jalen Brunson. And then flip side. The Villanova guys, they never lose in Philadelphia. They play down there. It's a home game for them. They love it. So, Knick fans travel. That building was a takeover of Knick fans in that first round a couple of years ago. The Embiid of it all, whether he's healthy,
Embiid factor, right?
And, it becomes a really interesting, fun type of potential series that you would enjoy. But you certainly don't want to take it lightly because that backcourt, they are lightning fast. They are tough. And Edgecombe's already proven he might be a rookie. But he comes in his place, he doesn't play like one.
A lot yet to be decided, for sure, over the final week and change of the regular season. Mike Brown, in his first year, leads the Knicks to at least 50 wins, as they are now 50-28. Stay with us. Welcome back, everyone. A wire-to-wire win for the Knicks, blowing out the Bulls tonight by 40. We continue now from the Corner 3, presented by Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer. So the Knicks have the weekend off. Next up for them at Atlanta on Monday with the pregame at 6:30 and the game at 7. Hawks, one of the hottest teams in the NBA. Let's now listen into Mike Brown's postgame comments, as always, presented by Chase.
Yeah, I thought our guys were good to start the game. One of the things we've been talking about is, our starts, and our guys were really good, and it doesn't matter, who we're playing. At the end of the day, it's about us, and I thought our guys were really good with that. To start a game off 38-16, and they missed some shots, but I thought our guys were really active, covering for one another, trying to play the right way, playing with a sense of urgency, and then on top of that, sharing the basketball offensively and spacing the floor the right way. It was a lot of fun to watch. Hopefully we can continue. We're not going to jump on people 38-16 every game, but hopefully we can continue with the same mindset to start games with the sense of urgency, sense of physicality, making our opponents feel us while trying to get out in transition and space the floor the right way and share the basketball the way we did. Again, a lot of big contributions on down the line from a lot of different guys. Our defensive player, though, tonight was Jeremy. Jeremy hadn't played in a while, especially when it comes to playing with the first or second unit. And tonight we threw him out there and he was fantastic. He was fantastic defensively. That's why he was the DPOG, but he also was really good offensively. I mean, we just looked fast. I mean, a couple times when he got the defensive rebound, he just busted out himself, and we had guys flying down the floor. And if he didn't have the ball in his hands, he was flying down the floor. If he did, he was pushing it at breakneck speed. So, really good game by him as well as everybody else.
Jalen, another double-digit assist game today. I think March was the most assists per game he's had for a month in his career. What have you seen in the last, 32 days or so, 33 days from Jalen in the playmaking aspect? Have you asked something different of him than previous, and just how have you seen him respond to what the team needs?
Jalen's just taking what the defense gives him. When you're talking about a great player, that's what they do. They're able to adjust their game with what's in front of them. And so to me, it's not surprising. Some people might think it's special, but he's more than capable. And he had a good game, but he's more than capable of that or putting up 30, or both.
With Jeremy, was that something you wanted to see specifically tonight, like against this team, or because he wasn't in, as you said, the rotation? It was Jose or it was Mo, and those guys didn't see the floor until the fourth. What was the thinking there?
Well, I wanted to play him at some backup five, and that's basically what he played for us tonight, and allowed us to do a lot of things like switch pick and rolls and stuff like that. So we brought a different element to our game, not just offensively with the speed, but even defensively with the flexibility of switching a lot of things, just keeping the ball in front of us. And, when there was a chance that Cat was going to be out, we talked about it amongst staff. And at the end of the day, I got great suggestions from all my guys. You had a fantastic staff, but, it's up to me to make the final decision. And that's what I decided to go with because there was some minutes open there that I could throw him out there.
Mike, OG has been really good from the corners all year, but he got off to an uncharacteristically bad start, percentage-wise, from above the break on threes. Last month or so, that percentage has really climbed up. Have you seen anything different from his looks, or do you think this is just progression to where he is as a shooter?
Yeah, OG's a great shooter. If I remember right, he was shooting and playing really well, and then he got hurt with the toe, I think. He was out for a while, and it just, he's a rhythm player like most guys, and it took him a little bit of time to find his way or his rhythm. And, just watching him, especially as of late, you can see not just shooting the ball, in my opinion, but just his rhythm overall. Attacking the rim with quick decisions and finishing, as well as shooting the ball and playmaking. So, it was, I would say it was more of that than anything else. Him just getting back into it after the injury.
Kind of piggybacking on that, OG, for as talented of a defender as he is, only has one second team, all defensive team nomination. I think today he hit the threshold for games needed to be played for consideration for the end of the year. Awards. Just when you think about OG and defense, maybe it sounds like a crazy question, but just how important is he to what it is that you guys try to do on the defensive end?
So I'm lost. He has one.
Yeah,
what? Because I don't follow. It's 1 second. So he has 1 second team. Oh, in his career.
Yeah,
it's bullshit.
Yeah,
and I can say that with a straight face because he's a great defender, and he does a lot of different things that people don't see on that end of the floor for us and for other teams that he played for. But more importantly, his versatility is off the charts. And you can do a lot of things with your defense because of him. And in my opinion, he deserves first team all defense this year. And hopefully the powers that be, we'll see it that way too.
Mike, you talked about the...
Sorry about that to all the kids out there, but it is. So go ahead.
You talked about the fast start tonight. I guess just how big is that for this team going forward, especially as the regular season winds down?
Again, it's not fast start in terms of jump. We still may be down 11-16. it's about starting the right way. And, tonight we started the right way, and we're a good enough team. When we do, we might jump on somebody. But it's about making our opponents feel us, executing our defense the right way every possession, not giving up any easy baskets in transition and finishing it with a defensive rebound. Our pick and roll coverage right away has to be on point. And those are some things that haven't been that way, in a while to start games. And then offensively, taking care of the ball, spacing the floor the right way, touching the paint and spraying it. When those things happen, good things occur for us. And so it's more about that than, having a fast start and being up by 10 or 15 or whatever like we were tonight.
Last couple of games, Knicks have had a fast start and been up big. Special night tomorrow night. The PWHL Madison Square Garden debut for the New York Sirens. 8 o'clock, you can watch on MSG2. The game is right here on MSG. Full game coverage on MSG2, or you can stream on the Gotham Sports app. We'll be back with more after this. Jalen Brunson and Billy Donovan, a little handshake there. Jalen tonight 17-10. 4 games left, Alan, as we discussed. Hard to believe, but true. We got the Hawks and Knicks at Atlanta on Monday, and then 3 straight home games to finish the regular season. Boston, Toronto, next Thursday, Friday, and then it all wraps up Sunday with a home game against Charlotte.
Yeah, again, tonight, by the way, 28th home win, so that's more than last season. That's a good sign. Last road game before the playoffs in Atlanta, a game that will matter, and it should matter to you. And then we'll see these last 3 games at home, how much they're going to matter in the standings to those teams.
All right, back with more after this. 17 points, 10 assists for Jalen Brunson in the Knicks win tonight over Chicago. Here's Brunson in the postgame locker room with our Tyler Murray.
Got off to a great start tonight. I know that's been a point of emphasis for you guys. What made the difference to get going early?
Honestly, just being able to lock in and be ready to go from the jump is key. And, it starts with that preparation. I think there's still things we can do better. But defensively and obviously getting out to the lead helped us play comfortable with the lead for the rest of the game.
You got Deuce and Landry back in the lineup. I know Cat was out, but as you guys start to get healthier, how exciting is that to envision what this fully loaded roster could look like?
Yeah, we just want everyone back healthy, ready to go. It's very important for us coming down the stretch. And, it's really important for us to make a run that we think that we're capable of.
Monday night, it's the Knicks' final road game of the regular season. They are at the surging Atlanta Hawks, who are 18-2 in their last 20. Pre-game at 6:30, game at 7. You can also stream our coverage Monday on the Gotham Sports app. Up next here on MSG, it's Knicks Shorts. Knicks with a wire-to-wire blowout win over Chicago. They led by 37 at the half. Biggest halftime lead they've ever had. They beat the Bulls tonight, 136-96. Have a great holiday weekend, everybody. We'll talk to you on Monday.